Welcome to The Incurables. I'm Don Wildman. Advanced technology and medicine allow us the choice to change nearly any aspect of our lives. But when disease sets in, we can become trapped in a world of conventional treatments, surgeries, and remedies. For Aida Pino, after starting her new life in America, injury and disease brought her world crashing down around her. But with her strong will to live and her understanding of Eastern medicine, she now has hope and a future. Aida's childhood was rich with love and full of dreams, growing up on the idyllic Mexican coast.
I think I had a very beautiful childhood. We come from musical tradition. I always liked to sing. My dream was to learn music.
Another dream of Aida's was to live in America.
I told my mom, I want to go to Chicago and see if I can work there. She said, you can go anywhere if you want. I keep your son with me, and I want you to live, she said, and know all the world if you want.
Aida packed her belongings and moved to Chicago.
My idea was to come here and spend a couple months and come back and keep working. But when I came here, I started working, and I decided to change my life.
Encouraged by her mother, Aida remained in the U.S. to pursue her dreams, but she would never see her mother again.
My mom had a car accident, and she died immediately in this car accident because she wasn't wearing her seatbelt.
Aida returned to Acapulco to grieve with her 6-year-old son, Martin.
She usually used to come home around 4. She wasn't coming anymore.
The emptiness there made it impossible to stay. They moved back to Chicago. Soon, Aida fell in love with Manuel Quishpi, whom she met in an English class.
Aida loves dancing. Also, she likes to sing sometimes. So we used to go out a lot to, dancing, like on the weekends.
They married, and Aida welcomed 2 new wonderful daughters into her family.
Other mothers will get mad at their daughters and kick them out the house or something, not her. She's always there for me.
When I have problems or any other things, especially with my sister, she's always there.
But Aida's new life came to a crashing halt in the summer of 1998, when another tragic car accident changed her life forever.
I came out of the parking lot, and suddenly I felt the car hit me in my left side, and I jumped to the bumper of the car and then to the street. I was yelling so loud because the pain was terrible.
It was probably like 8 to 10 blocks away. So I ran, I was just really scared and, saying, what happened with her. I thought she was dead.
She called me the next day and she's like, Martin, I got hit by a car. And I was like, is it very bad? She's like, yeah, it's bad.
But unlike her mother 9 years earlier, Aida miraculously left the hospital after treatments for shoulder and kidney injuries. Her body was weak, but her spirit was strong. She was ready to live again.
It was like a second chance for me. So I promised to myself to be a better human being.
6 months later, however, her pain worsened.
Stuff started going wrong with her. She used to cry.
I was feeling like pinching, pain and tingling and sharp pain when I was using my left hand.
Aida had surgery on her left shoulder. During her recovery, other symptoms surfaced.
I was gaining weight, and I went to see my doctor, and he said, I think everything is okay. Maybe you are getting fat. Do some exercise.
But 2 weeks later, now scared and desperate, she returned to her doctor.
I begged him, could you please put me in the hospital because I'm not feeling well. Now I'm wearing my pregnancy clothes, and I had to buy new shoes because my feet are too big.
In 1999, another doctor finally saw the seriousness of her condition.
She said, I have to put you in the hospital right now because your kidneys are not functioning. I went to the hospital and I stayed there for 2 weeks. I remember the priest came to talk to me, and I was telling all my sins because my case was very, very difficult. They did a biopsy of my kidneys and they found that I had nephrotic syndrome.
Nephrotic syndrome is a disorder where the kidneys have been damaged, causing them to leak protein from the blood into the urine. The most common symptom is edema, or excessive swelling from fluid in the body.
When I came out of the hospital, I was using 11 medication.
Though the drugs controlled her weight gain, they triggered painful side effects, both physically and emotionally.
I felt like 80-year-old. Well, probably 80-year-old doesn't feel as bad as I was feeling. When people look at me in the street, they couldn't recognize me. My kids, they need me as a mother around, but I didn't have the energy. And I said, no, it's better for me to die because I don't want to live with this condition all my life.
At the time of the accident, Aida was enrolled at the Midwest College of Oriental Medicine, studying herbal therapy and acupuncture.
I started the acupuncture school when my daughter Daisy was having a lot of problems with both ears. And I started reading about echinacea and golden seal and nutrition. I ran to the health food store. The beautiful thing was they have echinacea for children that is delicious. She recuperated. She didn't need any more antibiotic.
Aida's improved shoulder and her studies were only the start of her healing process. It was there she met Dr. Frank Urasek, one of the school's instructors.
Aida came into our clinic shortly after she had her accident. She was suffering from severe shoulder pain, immobility. Basically, I did Tuina and tapping therapy or pointing therapy, which is HIT medicine. It comes out of the martial arts. It's orthopedic massage using the acupuncture points and the meridians and 50 or 60 different kinds of techniques depending on the condition and the point you're stimulating.
Aida had been studying alternative medicine for over 10 years, but she didn't know it would become her lifeline. She accepted an overseas internship.
We offer all of our students every year the opportunity to go to China and work as an intern in the Guangzhou University of Traditional Chinese Medicine.
She was very sick, and I didn't want her to go.
I was so scared in the plane.
When Aida got to China, the professors over there, it's no nonsense, and they had her undivided for 3 weeks to do what they wanted to do at the utmost of what they're allowed to do.
I met a nephrologist there. He gave me several bags with herbs. They were treating me with treatments that I never seen here in America. They treat me as a queen. After a few days staying in China, all my swelling and pain was coming down.
With an intensive month of acupuncture and herbal therapy, a transformed Aida returned home.
I was really surprised. I saw her Aida healthier, you know, full of life again. I mean, I think she lost like 20 pounds.
When Aida came back to China, Aida had the energy to where I was not concerned about her taking a full course load.
I was feeling more energetic and better.
But Aida's doctors back in Chicago recommended a highly aggressive Western procedure to treat her chronic nephrotic syndrome.
He told me, the next step for you is to do chemotherapy. I was shocked.
I got real scared because I don't know if her system is able to handle it, and I don't know what could happen to her.
She'll always have a smile on her face and tell her she was all right, but we knew we had to help her out.
I went to see another nephrologist I start taking a couple of the medicine that he prescribed for me. I told him I'm also using Chinese medicine. And he said, yeah, you can use it, but don't use too much. I said, okay. But I was cheating. I was using Chinese medicine and using less of the medication. And then in my next visit, he said, oh my God, the medicine is doing a lot for you. I said, yeah, you're right.
However, just when Aida showed progress, she began to experience new symptoms.
Suddenly, I start having pain in my right side of the neck and tingling of my hand and my leg.
Aida was referred to yet another neurologist, Dr. Sandeep Agarwal, who detected an entirely different enemy attacking her body.
Aida's MRI scan, she had several of these small little plaques as manifested by white dots on the MRI scan. And so taking that into consideration with the spinal fluid results and her clinical examination, it was consistent with an early diagnosis of multiple sclerosis.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
I didn't know what MS was. It was new for me.
She was very weak and depleted. She was in bad shape.
I was so tired of having the car accident, then the arm, then the kidneys, now the MS. I said, it's too much.
It was very hard for me because, you know, we had kids, we had, you know, bills to pay.
Aida was now faced with choosing between interferon, a costly drug with serious side effects such as extreme fatigue and damage to the bone marrow, or alternative remedies, which are not supported by traditional medicine.
Based on some of these findings, I had discussed with her the role of these interferons or copaxone, and had thought that that would be helpful to at least prevent these MS plaques from developing down the road. And so this was something that she was then going to think about and then get back to me on.
I was tired of going to the hospital. I was exhausted.
Aida was caught in a downward spiral. Through 3 years of physical and emotional anguish, procedures, drugs, and surgeries, Aida never gave up. She saw scores of doctors and studied all forms of treatments and alternatives. Finally, in 2001, she made a decision.
My kidney doctor told me, Aida, I want you to stop working. My MS doctor told me, Aida, I want you to start a medication. I decided to stop all that and stay and concentrate in my own business.
Aida opened Nature's Secrets, a Chinese natural food and herbal store in her local Chicago neighborhood.
A lot of people come to me with their condition. When I sell my products, I don't only sell the product, I also give a lot of information on how to take care of their own health.
Aida was an incredible, strong person. She always comes in every week to get her herbs, supplies, both for herself and for her store. She and I can come up with something to help that specific conditions. In Aida's case, we improve, bring the qi and essence up to the level that originally she has. So that's what herbs and Chinese medicines is all about.
Having different medication every day and putting those medication in your system instead of knowing what is the root of the problem, this is what causes you more problems in your system.
Has there been toxification with drug therapy? Absolutely. Has there been trauma? Absolutely. Is there stress? Yes. Natural medicine, naturopathy wants to process and make the person stronger as the net result.
In homeopathy, is what they call, it's like the energy force, but not in Western medicine, no. There's nothing really equivalent. There is no question that Chinese medicine and acupuncture definitely help.
I started using more natural foods, organic vegetables, organic fruits, no food that comes in a can. I was buying more frozen.
Aida was introduced to kombucha, a codependent blend of healthy bacteria, yeasts, and other microorganisms.
And they are absolutely phenomenal, especially in building up the immune system.
3 months later, doctors checked Aida's myelin. Nerve impulses are conducted through the myelin sheath and can become severely damaged by multiple sclerosis.
They found that my myelin in the spine had an improvement. And I believe that it was for all the changes that I did in my life, drinking the kombucha and the good nutrition. I was following the nutrition. Once in a while, I was taking kombucha. I was doing a little bit of everything, and I was trying to be happy. When I feel that I need it, I do acupuncture myself. If I can do some of the points, I ask my friends who do acupuncture to do some of the points for my kidney or liver.
Even Martine played an important role in Aida's natural healing therapy.
I taught him the acupuncture points and the reflexology to perform in my legs. My energy was better during the whole week or sometimes during the whole month.
But amidst the progress, Manuel's fears and doubts persisted. Now, 7 years since Aida's car accident and 4 years since stopping traditional medicine, Aida's business was thriving and her health was renewed. Eastern medicine had effectively treated the symptoms of her nephrotic syndrome and her multiple sclerosis.
I didn't feel any symptoms. I never got swollen again. I was enjoying my life. But my husband was very concerned and say, Aida, you need to go and see how your health is right now.
So, after 4 years, Aida finally went to a Western doctor.
I came to the doctor and asked her to check everything. Everything came back normal. She said, your MS is on remission. I couldn't believe it.
Thanks to the natural medicine that she got better. And, she's gonna live for another 40 years more.
In 2006, Aida revived a dream lost years ago to illness. She returned to college.
When Chris met me again, she was so happy to see me back.
I believe that she's in this field for lifelong learning. She's back to learning more, and I don't believe she's ever going to quit.
I think Aida will be one of the great practitioners because heart is required, and you can't go through the kind of illness that she's gone through without deepening your ability to relate to other people's suffering, compassion.
I feel like I have duty to do something of my life, because she did it.
Maybe my condition helped me to push everybody around me to keep studying, to keep working hard for a better life.
I think it just tells you to keep on going. Live every day as your last.
I think as scientists or as physicians, we should always be open to other modalities.
With the right treatments and right attitude or right effort that you have it, you always can fight anything.
I would like to take my mom to Italy or something, and I don't know, enjoy life with her like she always wanted me to.
If she continue to take care of herself, using herbs, eating health food, and get acupuncture treatments on the regular basis, I really believe in a short time she will be recovered 100%.
Every time that I wake up in the morning and I open my eyes and nothing hurts me, it's so wonderful. I don't ask God to be rich. I just want to be healthy. That's it.
Aida Pino recently graduated with a master's degree from the Midwest College of Oriental Medicine. She continues to run Nature's Secrets in Chicago while following the Chinese herb diet, acupuncture, and massage protocols that put her on the path to recovery. Her spirit is strong, she inspires others, and she is dancing again.